Greetings everyone, Zanrath here, and welcome back to Hearthstone. Let's continue taking on heroic encounters in Blackwing Lair. We're going to go ahead and face off against Cro-Magus, and it looks like his hero power is more or less unchanged compared to normal mode. We're going to go ahead and challenge him with the double Rainbow Druid deck. Double because he has two heads, Rainbow because of all the magnificent colors in his Brood Affliction. Although I guess black and bronze aren't colors of the rainbow. And I guess he also doesn't have a lot of the colors of the rainbow in his affliction. But, you know, budget cuts. Lord Nefarian, or Lord Victor Nefarious, aka Nefarian, didn't have the budget for it, had to make cuts. Alright, so let's go ahead and, I guess, probably lose because we need Wild Growth. And looks like we didn't get it. Oh, but spoke too soon. Here we go. But we don't have a turn 3, so it's kind of unfortunate. We'll see what's up, though. Alright. Well, we don't really have anything super great, so I guess we'll just go ahead and get rid of that.
I infused him with the powers of all the dragonflights.
Stellar, man. Cool story. Alright, let's go ahead and... do I want to start contesting stuff, or do I want to... Let's make his things cheaper. I think we can... I guess we should have maybe just cycled this. Try to get some more card draw. Or try to get some more, like, wild growths or, like, something. Nourish. Taking the damage. Alright. So I think we're going to go ahead and drop this, and, well, if I go this, it can trade, but if I go this, it can trade for one of them, and still live on that, so I think I'm fine with that. Alright. That kind of makes things a bit complicated, but, let's see. I think I'm going to go ahead and... So I'll do this. Get him here. Alright. Oh. Well, fancy that. I guess he goes for removing minions rather than smart plays. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Alright. So, wasn't really paying attention to what he had. What he drew, if one of the things he played was what he drew. I might consider just swiping this. Giving him a lot of extra cards, not necessarily a huge deal. Oh, but if I swipe, it's gonna get buffed, right? So, let's see. Maybe I'll go ahead and just drop... Ooh, actually, if I drop Kel'Thuzad... Thank you. I think taking the turn to set this up is a little better. Do you have another swipe? Nah. Oh, it doesn't come back as taunt. That's actually pretty sad. Pretty sad indeed. He's gonna be able to clear that out now. That was unfortunate. I was gonna go face. Alright. That's pretty unfortunate. I'm gonna go here and here. I'm gonna unload, what's the one that does damage? I don't have a thing that does damage to me. That's fine. Let's get rid of these guys. And I'll go ahead and just drop a Shade. Get some stuff on the board. It's gonna start drawing. It's got Claw. Does it have lethal now? No, Bite's still not lethal, so... Got a Hungry Dragon. Warbot. Alright, so it looks like I'm doing this next turn. Because I need to start saving some of that life total of mine. Could Wrath for the card draw. And then I get a clean trade here. So let's go ahead and try that out. See what I draw into. Innervate. Not super useful. Let's go ahead and unload that. Go ahead and reveal the Shade. Not a huge deal. And anything I need to get out right now? Not really a point in playing these right now. I guess I'll go ahead and just innervate out. We want him in taunt form, I think. Fancy, fancy. Alright, well that kind of ruins our party. Alright, well, I think I'll go ahead and just drop this. Guess I'll sacrifice this. And there's no point in attacking because this is just going to heal him. But they're going to be cheaper, so we can unload them a little bit better. Totally forgot to... Oh, he does have more swipes. Fancy, fancy. Yep. Good thing I have double swipe too. Alright, let's go ahead and swipe. Swipe. Oh, that's fun. And we'll get rid of that. And again, inconsequential damage, so we'll wait.
I bring life.
Thanks for the heal. Fortunately, I don't have anything that clears that. Wow, he really wants the health, huh? Let's see. I think I can wait on this. Let's drop another one of these. I think I'll drop this and a shredder. No, I don't want him to... Guess we'll just unload that for now. And him in the face. Inconsequential damage still, but I guess I'm gonna think he's gonna hit here, and then I can just hero power him, and then Tree of Life. That's a little problematic, unfortunately. Alright, so I can hero power here. Hit this guy. Drop a tree. Do I need to? Because if I am super greedy and he hits this, next turn I can hero power into that. And then Tree of Life, because I should be able to survive. So I'm going to get rid of this for sure. And I'll drop a Loatheb. Inconsequential damage there, but hey. Nice, man. Alright. Ooh, that makes things not too bad. So I go here. So he's gonna get some extra whatevers. That's fine, I suppose. Survive that. Drop my Tree of Life. And I might as well just unload these now, huh? And I can throw out a Shredder. If he has another Flame Strike, you know, these guys will still survive. Okay. But thought... Oh, wow, really? Okay. Cool, bro. Cool story, bro. Well, I guess that's a thing. Well, at least that trades. But he's probably gonna have a... Nope, he's got a bite. Is he gonna trade, or is he gonna... Nope, go for face. Okay. Let's go ahead and drop this. And... Sure. Alright. Still wants to rush me, that's fine. Ooh, Piggy. I guess I can Wrath here and sack that guy. Alright, let's do that. Go ahead and throw out the Belcher. No Dormu. That's actually rather unfortunate. I don't think I can deal with that. And that is definitely a nice draw. Well, that's quite inconsequential right now. That is unfortunate. Panic. Yeah, got it. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna be able to handle that. That's interesting. Alright. Well, here you go. That actually helps out. Well, it just comes down to who is going to fatigue faster. That was actually really unfortunate. I'm going to go ahead and push for damage here. I think, is it possible? I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay here. Oh, JK, once he keeps doing that. Here we go. I think I'm home free. I think I'm home free. I guess we can go ahead and accelerate things a little bit. Oh, wow, really? No point in playing that. This doesn't do anything but get rid of that ugly card in my hand. Yeah, super helpful, man. Well, I guess that worked out. Here you go. Super. Well, that's not exactly how I imagined things going, but I guess in the end it still worked out.
Actually, Chromagus was my weakest minion. Were you impressed with yourself?
Quite, actually. Quite. Alright, let's go ahead and check out the Double Rainbow Druid deck. Here it is. Basically, kind of like Ramp Druid. Slightly modified, I suppose. You know, you really kind of have to get Wild Growth on your mulligan, or I guess if you're just as good at the game as I am, on your draw. But yeah, like, it's really important to get it. If you can get another one early on before you're capped out on mana, it really helps, because obviously you're getting Brood Affliction cards that are 3 mana, really expensive, so it's really hard to get those out quickly enough, right? Because by turn, 3 or 4, you probably have, well, you would have, 3 or 4 of them in your hand, and they're just, wrecking you while he's just, going about his business. So getting early mana out, early is really important. That's what the Wild Growths are for. Innervate, kind of also there for the mana, temporary mana, I guess it's more like it. Wrath, good for removal, good to start drawing deeper into your deck, obviously. Druids of the Flame, it's kind of there for the 5/2, because a lot of his minions are pretty tough, and so having a cheap minion that I can actually get a lot of attack is pretty decent. Maybe Magma Ranger might even be worth it, just because, he usually doesn't spend his, bites and claws on trading, he just goes for face. So, yeah, that might be even worth considering. Grove Tender, again, for the mana, and also the card draw, if you don't really quite need the mana. The card draw is kind of nice, I suppose. But yeah, again, mainly for the mana. Shade's just there for funsies. It's good to start, like, how would I say it? I guess it's because it's stealth and it kind of builds up over time. If you don't quite need it to take out a minion or anything, you can just kind of sit for a little bit if you get into a comfortable enough spots, and then you can trade into some big creatures, and it's again one of those cheaper costing cards, but gets bigger over time. Swipe for removal. Shredder's really kind of there for some presence, and if he kills it, then get something out of it, because you're gonna be, if you don't get the mana quickly early on, like the extra mana through the wild growths and such, having a decent body on board that summons another decent body on board, it can be pretty helpful to start kind of fighting for some board control. Senjins, again, just kind of some mid-game bodies on board that can help soak up some damage. Probably, usually it's only going to, by the time you can get one out, it's probably only going to go 1-for-1, but that's still less damage on your face, so you can stall out to get more cards, get more mana, and into your kind of ramp stuff. If you had better ramp cards, it probably would be easier for you. Nourish, you saw, I think that was it the last? No, it's the second to last card that I drew. Again, it's just there for the mana, so hoping to draw it in turn 5, didn't actually end up getting it until, turn 20-ish, or something like that, I don't know. Druid of the Claw, good body, classic Druid ramp cards. Loatheb, I guess that kind of came in handy a little bit on that turn, because he did the Flame Heart thing, and that was basically his whole turn, so that was actually kind of nice. Belchers, more taunt bodies. Emperor Thaurissan was actually pretty helpful, I think. If you can get him up and protect him, definitely is going to help on turn 6 when you, if you can get him early on, like turn 6, 7, 8, or something like that, it's going to start making those, Brutal Affliction cards a lot cheaper, so you can actually get rid of them while playing a decent minion. So, that's what it's there for. Ancient of War, just another big body for taunt and stuff like that. Protectors, same thing. Kel'Thuzad, had a okay little stretch with him. If he survived a little longer, probably went a little bit better. But, unfortunately, he was taken out. But we still ended up doing alright. Okay. Tree of Life, pretty important. Given how my run went, might have been worth running 2. Because, it got a little bit scary there when he had the 9/9, and I ended up drawing into taunts, so that was kind of nice for me to buy out turns for me to draw some more and put more minions out. But if I had another Tree of Life, like you saw, me get rid of the, what was it? I think it was it was an 8/8, who was it? It was Alexstrasza. I think it was Alexstrasza. And I think I also took out another 9/9, one of those 9/9 dudes with my face, just because I knew I had Tree of Life in my pocket, so I can kind of use my hero power and not worry about the health so much. And hiding behind the taunt was nice, so I know he couldn't, bite or claw me down. And then, obviously, Volcanic Lumberer, pretty nice card to have in there. Could potentially go pretty cheap, in the mid-game when he has guys on board, you have guys on board, and you start trading, and then you can get a Lumberer out. So, basically, ramp Druid, trying to get mana really quickly, and trying to get things that you can play fairly cheap, but still doing something on board, so you can also free up some mana to get rid of those, the Brutal Afflictions, right? Because the one that makes was it the Bronze one, I think? Bronze one is pretty devastating. If he can get 3 less mana for each of his minions, he just spams his board. That's not something you can come back from. Spells, unless you have a lot of minions out and he gets a cheap Flame Strike, all of his damage cards, Bite and Claws, he basically just uses for face. Seldom does he decide to take something out with it. He does every once in a while though. Health is really kind of inconsequential, the healing one, until you get to the end where you're just okay, now I can start unloading it once I have board, otherwise it's not really that bad. Damage, the red one that makes you take damage, pretty difficult, but still probably second to his blue and bronze one, and then the black one is also pretty important to get rid of if he is low on cards, because you don't want to give him more cards to play with. Probably playing something like Mountain Giants in this deck would be worth it. Consider you're, at least early on, you're probably going to have a lot of cards in your hand. And Moltons also would be pretty good. Those are a couple things I might add to this, as some subs. I mean, because like maybe in place of like these mid-game 4 drops. But yeah, that's the deck, and not super RNG dependent. I don't think I try to make decks that are a little bit more consistent, and I feel like I have. Maybe I just have gotten lucky, but this one is a little bit more luck dependent in the sense that you have to have Wild Growth. So basically, I guess you could just concede until you get Wild Growth. And if you get Wild Growth or a Nourish or any of the like Growth Tenders earlier than I did, it probably would go a lot easier for you. So, anyways, that's it. We only have one heroic boss left, and that is Nefarian himself. And we'll take him on next time. And until then, thank you for watching. Bye.